Alright guys, Kazoo71 here, Ark Survival Ascended on my Scorched Earth kind of playthrough. Just showing you guys what I'm doing as I'm playing through this game. I know there's a lot of videos out there from people showing how to do things. I've done a couple of these, but just kind of keeping up with my theme of how I do things. I do some how-tos and also do a little bit of a playthrough so you guys can see, you know, my mistakes and what I'm doing. I believe that's very helpful when you watch somebody, if you're watching, hey, what did they do, what did they mess up on. So I do have a couple of mods on this. You guys can have mods now if you play on Xbox or PlayStation 5. And I always say that. I think it's Xbox X. I don't even know which one I have. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so I have one of the mods that's the S variants, and that's what this S Dodicris is. I'm also using the awesome spyglass. That's the little red ring you see in the middle, and I'll highlight something that'll show me what they are. And then I think that is the only two mods I'm using. I can't remember. A lot of these other ones that I really love aren't out yet, man. I hope they come out, but who knows if they will or not. But what I'm doing is I was moving stuff last time I showed you guys. So I have a Dodicris. So I want to show you guys just a little bit of what I'm doing. This is a very not safe spot until I get a wall up. It's going to take a little time. So I am starting to get sand and stuff now. So what we got to do here is build out of adobe. So on Scorched Earth you can build out of thatch or adobe. You can build out of everything, but until you get air conditioners, thatch and adobe is the only two that's really safe for your cooling and stuff like that. So the other ones won't help. So going forward a little bit, as you guys can see, it's nighttime and I'm freezing. My health is really low. So even in this little thatch place, so desert just like a normal desert. Really hot in the daytime, really cold at night, and that's how they have it set. So, and as you can see, I have a furnace going or forge going, a campfire trying to stay warm. So I wanted to show you guys this part. Yeah, I closed the door because I was thinking maybe that would help. It don't really help, and I don't think the windows, not having windows on them, it makes a difference either. So we're gonna make another torch, and we're gonna make a standing torch, and you gotta throw a torch or something to burn inside. So I'm gonna throw a torch in there, and we're gonna light that thing. See if that's enough to keep me warm. Look at the bottom right. Yep, now we're snowflaking instead of ice cubing, so that's a little better. That's what I had to do. So going forward here, this is still when I had my I still have this laptop. I had a laptop I had bought just so I could play Ark. Very expensive MSI laptop. Had so many issues with it. I had to send it back to him 3 times, and then just as a state of clarity, they finally got it fixed. They had to replace the motherboard, and then they had to have me reset the operating system, the factory reset. But by then I bought a better computer, so I have a lot better desktop computer now that I decided to start gaming on, and it's helped me out a lot with my back. I have back issues. So but anyhow, back to the game. Sorry guys. So as you can see, when I was picking up stuff in that drop, I got a couple of desert chest peaks, and one of them was Ascended. And as you can see, there was no light on the drop, and the reason that is I had to have my settings down because I was playing this on that computer, and that computer was having so many issues. The screen kept flickering, the video would flicker. I had so many issues with that thing, man. I couldn't record. I'd have to start and stop. Oh, look at that rocky elemental. Oops. I had to start and stop the game so many times with Scorched Earth. At first I thought it was maybe Scorched Earth. It wasn't. It was my computer. So there are some problems with this, and I don't know if they fixed this. Like I said, this one came out in what, April, I think? Yeah, sometime in April, and I recorded this part in May, beginning of May or something like that, into April. I don't remember when I recorded these. It was April. It was early on. It was when it first came out, a couple of days after it came out. But here we are at the beginning of June, and I'm just putting this video up. So that rock elemental is on the path. So what my goal is, I saw a Morellatops on the way here when I was flying back and forth with the dinos. It was like a level 95, I think is what it was. So I'm going back to try to find it, and there's another drop. You can see I don't have the global illumination, so I'm missing these drops constantly because I'm not seeing them. Anyway, I wanted to go back and get this thing. And part of the pathway, as you can see, I was just flying. I was trying to check the pathway back up so I could make sure I knew how to get back up here. And there was a rock elemental there. So I moved him a little bit. So he should be good. And then in this little part here is a ton of these, however you say these things, the big flying ants, the Titanic soldiers or Titan, whatever the things are called. I'm even going to try to pronounce them. I could read them and try to pronounce them. Don't care. But if you follow this little waterway, that's how there's a little path to get up there. I can get up to where I'm at. So going forward here, here's where that level 95 was. There he is right there. So we're going to tame this guy. Now, I did another video on a glitch, and this is the same Morellatops that I put in that video when I was showing this glitch, asking if other people were having the same problem, and people were. So what happens is sometimes when you're taming things on this game, on Scorched Earth, they have same mesh problems they had on Ark Survival Evolved, they have on Ark Survival Ascended. This thing gets tamed, it gets knocked into the mesh, and I had to cheat to get it out. So I don't cheat on my game unless something happens that shouldn't happen. Then I will cheat and fix it. Like if something I tamed is not in the mesh and when I try to get it, it's in the mesh, I'm going to cheat and go in there and get it. So you got to use a cheat called Ghost to go into the mesh. So playing single player, you don't know how to do that on PC, you hit the tab button. Actually on Ark Survival Ascended, it's the button above the tab. I don't know why they changed it. And then you're going to type in cheat space ghost, and then that'll let you go into the mesh and get your stuff out. And then when you want to get out of that, you just do the same thing except for it's cheat space walk, and that'll take you out of ghost. So same with fly, cheat space fly, and you can fly, and then cheat space walk, and it'll take you out of the fly. So just following this guy. Look at that storm. You can see a storm coming right there. Even with my graphics down a little bit, you can still see that sandstorm coming. Pretty cool when they have it. I'll show you guys in a future episode when you have that sandstorm coming. You have the graphics up really good on Epic, because I'm running on Epic now. Man, that sandstorm looks phenomenal. So this guy is just stuck here. Instead of jumping off the cliff like they normally would, he's just running here. And this is where he is when I knock him out and he gets stuck in the mesh. So what the thing is, I think the game is confused. Like, he is there, but I think he's really not there. So that's the problem with this. And see how loud this storm is. This thing is crazy. So and you can't really fly in it that much. You see when you have that at the bottom right, you have the sandstorm icon showing that you're on it. You'll be able to fly, but it's going to be really slow, and eventually your stamina from your bird's going to get drained. Your stamina will get drained really quick. Your Argentina stamina will get drained, but it takes a little longer. So just getting some berries. We're going to throw these berries in here. I'm going to skip forward, guys, to when this thing's tamed. You don't want to sit here and watch me standing out in the storm. I do leave and come back. So I waited the storm out, put some berries in there, waited the storm out. And then what I did was I left and did a couple other things. I had to move a couple more things. I'm still not done moving everything. And then when I came back and this guy was almost tamed, he was in the mesh. So total glitch, total weird, don't understand. And I don't know if I would have stayed in render range, if he would have stayed out of the mesh or not. Someone made a comment on that saying that, you know, it happens when you go out of render range. But man, I tame stuff all the time and leave and come back. So I mean, I understand. It makes sense that the thing's stupid. It has glitches, but it shouldn't happen. Let's put some berries in there, and that thing you see on the left, that's the awesome spyglass telling me what they need to tame, what's going on. So going forward, as I told you guys, I was trying to clear the path a little bit. That's when I ran into the rock element. I went along and flew along the path. Me and the Morellatops are going to have to walk back. I have a saddle. I made a saddle. And then, so it's just a regular old primitive one. I don't have any blueprints for a better one. And we're going to walk back. The way I'm facing right there through those bones, that's where my base is that way. So I want to try to tame something kind of close. And I was looking for the Morellatops, and I was flying around here, and I kept seeing it, and it looked like it's pointing in the ground. So as you guys can see, and you'll see in just a moment, that thing is underground. You see where it keeps showing me the highlight of it's almost tamed when I turn? Just kind of clean it up here. Cleaning up the bugs, man. So many bugs here. It's Bug Central. They're everywhere. I don't know why Wild Card thought they needed to put like 1,000 of these things in this little valley here, but it's pretty funny. If you need some chitin, man, this is where you want to go. I don't use the chitin hardly ever unless you're trying to make cement paste. I guess that's the only reason you use it on here. Alright, so there he is in the mesh. You can see that he's pointing down, and I'm going to show you guys when he tames. So I want to put this in here. There he is tamed. I was hoping that if he tamed, he would come out of the mesh. But you can hear he's not, and you can hear him walking. So I was like, come on, dude, just get out of the mesh. Because it didn't work, and I showed you guys some dillos on another one when I showed you guys a glitch on another mod map, if you guys seen that one. Same thing. So So we're going to have to ghost and go in the mesh. Like I said, it's cheat ghost. So we're going down here. And there he is, just stuck down here. He can't move. So he's stuck in a rock. I cheated in a cryopod. And this is the normal cryopod, so I'm going to have to cheat in a cryo fridge and a generator to get them out, and then I'm going to dump them. I'm not going to keep them, so I don't keep anything if I got to cheat it to do this. This is just me trying to fix what they messed up. So here I am coming out of the mesh. I was going to say, here me am coming out the mesh. That's pretty funny. So I dumped the stuff there, as you can see. There's a cryopod and a fridge and the tech generator I used. I cheated in a tech generator and elements and yeah, anyway, just made it really easy. I had to wait here 5 minutes for that thing to set up so I could actually use it. So now these Morellatops on Ark Survival Evolved were super good at collecting Cactus Sap. So as you can see, I'm getting berries and Cactus Sap, and I'm getting some thatch, but I'm not getting a lot of Cactus Sap. So I don't know if Wildcard nerfed these guys like they normally do. It seems that they did, because this Morellatops is not getting a lot of Cactus Sap like it used to. So this may not be the best option anymore. And I'm going to tell you guys that after I did this little run here back to the base, and I'm making my RG follow me. That's how we're going to get back. And I collected as much Cactus Sap as I could, finding these little cactus in this little valley. I got hardly any. So then I've taken this, you can see I just have a regular primitive hatchet on me. I think I got a better one later. But I've just been using the hatchet and collecting them by hand because the Morellatops isn't doing that great. So I was walking him back and he stopped, and I don't know why he stopped. So I want to show you guys this. It's kind of funny. He walked into some water. So that's how they fill them up. You got to lead them to water. They're going to fill up their stuff with water. Their hump gets full of water so you can drink from them if you want to, which is a disgusting thought. Let me drink from your hump. So you see, I only got 2, man. I don't even have 2 stacks of 100 and all that stuff I did. So that's what I got them for. That's the whole reason I tamed them, so I can make some Cactus Sap, get some Cactus Sap and make clay, because you need clay to make adobe. But there you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you got any comments, please make them. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.